Natural hair is unpredictable. So they're looking for this sleek thing because they think that's what's most accepted.
Today's episode is brought to you by Share, Inform, Enlighten. To learn more, visit our website at shareinformenlighten.org. Welcome to Conversations with Verdel Jones. We are about turning your passion into purpose, turning your passion into action, living with intention, and making an impact. I'm your host, Verdel Jones, and I'm thrilled that you have joined us. Let's get started. Today's guest is Wendy Woodward. She is the founder and CEO of Breewoo Natural Haircare and Beauty. She's a natural care expert, and Breewoo Natural Haircare was created out of a need for simple and effective, affordable products that actually work. Thank you so much for being here, Wendy.
Thank you for having me.
It's an honor. So just so everybody knows, Wendy was here before, a long time ago on Conversations with Verdel Jones, and I'm so excited that you're back.
Thank you for inviting me again.
Yes,
I appreciate
definitely. So I want to start off by saying congratulations on celebrating 10 years in business. That's a wonderful accomplishment. I mean, being in business for 10 years and continuing the business is wonderful. So what does that accomplishment mean to you?
It means so much to me. I mean, I actually had to look back to really appreciate it. I mean, 10 years, I'm like, I haven't even been on my job for 10 years. And
Wow.
I've been maintaining this business as a solopreneur, a self-financed solopreneur. So I felt pride. I was like, wow, you pushed through and you kept going even though it was hard. So it means so much to me.
So when you say solopreneur, that means you do everything.
I do everything. I do everything. I mean, I shouldn't be doing it, but I do everything, But, that's when you're bootstrapping a business. That's how it normally starts. And I just kept pushing and striving. And I'm like, so I felt real pride from that.
So just in a flooded market, because hair care, right? Hair care, beauty, and all that, it is a flooded market. What is the special niche or special sauce that Briwoo has for your customers?
Well, I keep it simple. I know there's so many different things coming on the market, so many different ingredients that they're saying it's a new wave of things, but I keep it pretty simple, and I like to, I kind of delve into Ayurvedic hair care, where, that actually works well with strengthening hair. It works well to do everything for your hair, including nourish, moisturize, all the things. So I'm not really into the trendy, the trendy part of the hair care. And I just keep it simple. I've been doing that for 10 years.
Right.
And it works.
And it works.
It hasn't failed me yet.
So how are you celebrating this accomplishment?
Well, how I celebrated it, I actually, I wrote a book because I wanted to really go back, and I had to go back because I wanted to quit. And I was like, I think it's a little hard. So the way I celebrated it, I had to go back and really celebrate all my wins that I didn't celebrate throughout these 10 years because I was so busy in it. So that's really how I celebrated it.
Did you take a little break with the business to really reflect, or did you just keep pushing?
I kind of took a break. I stopped. And I was like, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. But my customers, thank God for my customers because they didn't let me.
Right.
So they kept, I was like, how do you even stop? How do I even stop if I wanted to? But I kind of just didn't show up on social media. I didn't try to promote it. I didn't do anything with it. Just to kind of take the break. I lost my father, and I was just I was like, I don't want to do anything.
Sorry.
So I needed that time, but something in me said, it's not time. It's not time for you to quit. Even though it's hard, just keep pushing. So, that was my break. And when I went back and I looked back at all the accomplishments, all of my wins, I was like, you've done something good here. It's been hard. It's not where you want it to be, but it's doing well.
It's right, and your customers, like you said, did not want you to stop.
They didn't want me to.
What are they going to do with their hair if you stopped?
Yes.
And that's very important to
Yes.
people, right?
Yeah.
So you're passionate about sharing your knowledge with the world about natural hair care.
Yes.
Why is that a passion for you?
Because it was a struggle for me. It was actually a pain point for me because when I first went natural, it was not popular. It was not the thing that was popular. People drugged me. And they said so many things to me, like, and I'm like, but I think it's beautiful. I don't know why I just think it's beautiful. And I think that for people that want to be natural, that want to celebrate and wear their hair, I think that they need someone to speak up for them and actually help them embrace their natural hair, because a lot of people have a lot of problems with that.
Absolutely. And I remember when I did the big chop, so to speak, I think my daughter was like newly, like this is in early 90s. No, she was born in 96. So it was a little bit before she was born. And I said, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Why not?
What do you find women struggle with the most, besides wanting to go natural? But what do you think they struggle the most with natural hair?
I think they struggle with the societal norms. Like, most of the times it's like what you see is, you see a lot of people like with this perfect hair. They want their hair to be perfect. Like, it has to be perfect. Like, and natural hair is unpredictable. So they're looking for this sleek thing because they think that's what's most accepted. This is what I'm getting from people. And like, I don't think I can wear my hair naturally because it's not going to look like this. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be all, it's going to be nappy. The word, I hate using that word. And I'm like, hey, what is nappy? But it's not going to look like this wash and go shake hair that nobody has really, So I think they're looking for perfection that's not there with any kind of hair that is, any hair. Even relaxed hair is not perfect.
Right,
even
exactly.
wigs are not perfect.
Right. They're easy though.
Yeah, they can be easy.
But they're not great for your hair.
They're not great for your hair.
Yeah, they're not great for your hair.
They're putting so many chemicals in everything now that it's like...
Even in wigs.
Even in wigs.
Wow. So you create natural products for the that celebrate curly, coily, and kinky hair. What types of products do you provide?
I have a full line of products. I have from the shampoo to deep conditioners to stylers, but everything is natural and everything is healthier for your hair. It's like I don't have anything that's going to dry out your hair. Anything that's going to cause any damage to your hair, I don't have in my line. And my integrity with that is so strong that I have people all the time like, when are you gonna make like a wash and go product for really kinky hair? And I'm like, I have products for stylers that were, you could use it for a wash and go, but if it doesn't work because you want to lock in this curl, like, I don't have anything that's going to dehydrate your hair enough to lock in a curl.
Explain that a little bit.
Well, okay, so you know how when someone's like wearing a wash and go and their hair is like crunchy and hard, it's dehydrating the curl so it can lock that curl in place. So it has to dry after your hair, your strands, so it can lock it.
To lock it in,
so it doesn't frizz out. And I'm like, there's nothing that I want. I don't want to dry out your hair. I don't want to cause more damage to your hair because I did it to my hair.
Right, exactly, exactly. So you started 10 years ago. You're still, continuing in this journey. What do you hope the outcome is? Like, where would you, 10 years from now, where do you want to see Breewoo Natural Hair Care and Beauty?
Well, I still want to be, I want to be in stores, but I want to be in like more mom and pop. Like, I don't want it to be so big where I'm not accessible, because I still want to empower and encourage people to still, to love their hair. I still want to do that. But I want it to be more accessible to more people. So I want to obviously expand my reach with people. So I'm not really into big box stores because I feel like I don't want to be on a shelf next to someone that I don't really believe in their products because I don't. I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to be there.
and that's a commitment as well, right? If you could give one professional tip for the natural hair sisters out there, what would it be?
As opposed, like, in what
In other
context?
words, taking care of, because curly, coily, natural hair, it is, it can be a challenge to take care of. So what is something that you could tell women with natural hair that they must do in order to have a healthy head of hair?
Well, I would say, number one, consistency. The more you're consistent with your hair, you get to know your hair, the easier it's going to be to take care of your hair. Like, if you never deal with your hair, you're never going to know how to take care of it. So consistency is going to be, consistency with washing it, deep conditioning it, that's going to be the foundation for everything.
All right. So how can people buy your products? How can they read your book? How can they stay connected with you? You can let them know right there.
You can go to Breewoo.com. You know, on my site, my book is on my site. It's an ebook, and it's called Roots to Resilience, and it basically chronicles my journey from when I was a kid and up until when I built Briwoo, and my story for the most part. And you can buy my products there, of course. You can reach me on Instagram at Breewoo_LLC, and yeah, Breewoo.com and Breewoo_LLC.
Yeah, and you also, I know on IG, I've seen you do some tutorials,
yes.
and you share your products
yes.
that way, which is really helpful.
Yes.
Thank you. So Wendy, I want to thank you so much for coming back to Conversations with Verdel Jones and sharing your information. I mean, a woman being in business, I know there's challenges that come with it, and I'm so happy that you continued and made this 10-year mark, and hopefully 10 more will come after that.
Thank you very much, Verdel. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Conversations with Verdel Jones, empowering your passion with purpose. I hope today's conversation left you inspired, informed, and ready to take action. If today's episode sparked something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, pass it on, and keep the cycle of learning and growing alive. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media so you will never miss an episode. And remember, in the words of Maya Angelou, when you learn, teach, and when you get, give. Until next time, stay inspired, stay purposeful, and keep turning your passion into a reality. See you next time.